Hello everyone, welcome again to Abandoned Cemeteries. This is Abandoned Cemeteries on Facebook and Abandoned Ohio Cemeteries on YouTube. Like and subscribe for our videos. Today we are usual out in the middle of nowhere like we always are. We are going to really interesting cemetery today. There's a very interesting story inside the cemetery that we're going to go through today. We are at the East Gustavus Cemetery. This is located in Gustavus Township in Ohio. Kind of weird where we are actually right now. We're on a little tiny road out here, but I'll show you where we're at. Okay, like I said, we're out in the middle of nowhere. This is not the biggest cemetery in the world, but it has a very, very interesting story in it. This road right here is called Gardner Barclay Road. The main road is out there, runs kind of like parallel to this road. That is State Route 87. State Route 87 would be out there. The main road, which is out that way, is State Route 193. State Route 193 is out that way. That is north. That is west. Behind me is east, and that would be south. So, we're going to go right off the bat with the interesting story that's in here. One of my favorite things to do is the county we live in Ohio is called Trumbull County, and every year in October they have what they call a ghost walk, and they basically give you walk through the city of Warren, Ohio, and they give you interesting stories about the history, haunting stories about the history of the area, and one of them is this one right here. This stone is in memory of the young and beautiful innocent France Maria Buell, who was butchered by her stepfather, Ira Gardner, August 8th, 1832, when she was 16 years old. She was the stepdaughter of Ira Gardner. He literally walked out in the middle of a main road and stabbed her to death, killed her, murdered her. And she was one of the stories of the ghost walk in Warren one year that we went to. And she is buried here. And guess who else is buried here? He is too. Ira Gardner is also buried in this cemetery. He was hanged for his crime. Like I said, he butchered her. He stabbed her to death in the middle of a main road. In the middle of broad daylight. There was, dozens of witnesses that saw him do it. And he was tried, convicted, and hung for her murder. She's buried here, and so is he. And we will try to get to them. Here in a little bit. This cemetery is not the biggest, and it is in pretty not kept up very good. Even though that story is in here, we have Sarah, the wife of looks like Harry Crosby. Crosby. Died in 1867. There's also a lot of veterans we found in here, but again, these stones in here are in very poor shape. Very, very poor shape. Oof. All these stones are destroyed. Can't even see who they are. Oof, this is terrible. I do not like to see cemeteries like this at all. I mean, this out here, I mean, there's a farm right over here, a cornfield. There's another cornfield right behind me. You're out here in nowhere, and I wish somebody would take care of these cemeteries, but unfortunately, this one seems to be in very, very poor shape. We're going to try to do as much as we can. We just literally found out that we knew of that story of that young girl who was murdered by her stepfather. I was shocked to find that they were buried in here, but okay, we have some veterans back here. Let's get these done. We have Elizabeth, the wife of Dwight Roberts, born 1825. She died in 1876, it looks like. Ooh, over here's the other side. I cannot make it out. I mean, it's Roberts. I can't make it out. They have some markers right here for veterans, but the stone is way too worn to see. Is that him?
Yeah.
Why? He was a veteran?
Yes.
They still gave him a marker?
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. This is him. I didn't know he was a veteran. What ward was he in?
It doesn't say.
But he was hung in 1836, wasn't it?
1832. Wait a minute.
That's not him. It's not Ira. That's not him.
Yes, that is.
Where, is that her too? I mean, was the wife buried with him or something too?
I'm thinking the wife was buried with him.
That's Burns. Her name's Gardner. Garber or something.
Yeah. Yeah, look.
Okay. But it doesn't say Ira on it anywhere. His name's Ira. Unless it's...
That...
Ira is IRA.
No, it's you. This is your... No, his first name started with a U. You?
Well, what's her name? Is her name the Ira? Alright. I'm recording too, and everyone's started thinking, what in the heck are they talking about? There's actually a gravestone back there in the woods. Oh, Uriah Burns is his name. That's him right here. Uriah Burns. Yep, this is okay. I don't know. He must have been in the military or something then. But he was the one who murdered his stepdaughter from over there. And Uriah. Sorry, I thought his name was Ira. My fault. That was my fault. And this is where he's buried. He is a murderer. He was hung for stabbing to death his stepdaughter. All right, let's see if we can find out some of these other ones. This is a Civil War marker if I ever saw one. Let's see what we got here if we can read it. And we have... I'm going to be able to read this one. Let's see what looks like C. I don't know. I can't make it out. He was that's the company K. Found that out. He was in the Pennsylvania Infantry though. 88th it looks like. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like 88th Infantry, Pennsylvania though. I mean, we are close to the Pennsylvania border. It's not that far from here.
PA.
What?
There's a couple PAs.
There's a couple PAs? All right. Looks like there's a lot of, unfortunately it's sad, but there's a lot of veterans in here. Looks like there's a lot of flags. And a lot of these stones are just not even remotely readable. This one was fixed. Looks like roads. The death date was where it's been cut off. Okay, here's probably the cleanest one of the thing. Memory of, wow, Lucinda. Good, thank you. Wife of Ebenezer, looks like Bishop.
Yes, he's on this side.
Is Ebenezer on that side? Yep, Ebenezer. Ebenezer Bishop died in 1854. Here we have C.H. Looks like that's Chloe. No, it's Chloe. Yeah, Chloe. We have Chloe, wife of Philip Gates, died in 1860. I want to say 3. And here's Philo. Not Philip. Philo Gates. He died in looks like 51. I want to say. This one's down. Can't see it. We got one over here. Let's see if we can read this one. Oh. Died in 1835. I want to say. And Waldo died in 1846. Aged 11 months. There's a baby right here. Only 11 months old. Died. We have... Died in Electra. Died in 1869. Charlotte, you find one, buddy? Find a good one? Oh boy, man, it's just trying to read some of these stones is almost impossible. Like you have people warn that, but Charlotte. Yep, Charlotte died in 1871. Pretty name. I've always liked the name Charlotte. You have markers, and look at this stone. This is just William Roberts. Died in 1886, I want to say. And yeah, there's some veterans markers there, but couldn't even begin to tell you.
I'm dead.
And it's Mary S. Okay, backing slowly up from the zombie. That's my wife. Mary S. You're really dead now. Wife of, oh, really? What, you married somebody else before me? Wife of Reuben Alderman?
Yep.
Daughter of Reuben. And how can she be the wife of Reuben and the daughter of Reuben? Died in 1855. Forget reading that one. And we have Reuben Roberts, died in 1865. Lugas Roberts?
Lucas.
Lucas. But they have a marker there too. But if he died in 1865 at 71 years old, that's definitely not no Civil War soldier. Let me try to. So this might be a little bit of a short video. I know there's a Civil War marker over here, and there's not even a stone. I mean, there's the marker. There's not even a stone for it. Is there anyone? Can you see anything else on these ones?
No.
Well, this might be.
Cool.
Yeah, because she's there, and he's buried back there.
He's way over there.
At least they're kind of separated, I guess. Yeah, because it's over there. It's by her stepfather, Ira Gardner. That's not right.
No, they spelled that wrong.
That's supposed to be a new stone. It's a newer stone. I mean, it's way better than anything else. Because they spelled it on there, Ira.
Yeah,
Unless that was like he went by both names. That's the only thing I can think of.
Could have.
But right here, let's see what it says. Death chilled this fair fountain. Her sorrow had stained it. 'Twas frozen in all the pure light of its course, but she sleeps till the sunshine of heaven unchains it. To water the Eden where first was its source. Wow, chilling story. We actually know a lot about it, and I mean seriously, it was back in the early 1800s. You see, 1832. He literally walked out in the middle of a main road and butchered his stepdaughter to death. Hey, well, unfortunately that's going to be it. There's really not much to see in here because most of the stones are just destroyed and worn out. But we wanted to get this cemetery in because of that story. So we're going to sign off here. So Zach, tell them bye.